Hey guys, it's Novi here, and I'm coming to you today because I wanted to share my all-time favorite barbecue rib rub recipe. It's super easy because all the ingredients you should already have in your kitchen. And with Super Bowl coming this weekend, I'm sure you want to have it on your menu. So let's get into this recipe. So we have 1 cup of brown sugar. So to that we're going to add 1 tablespoon of sea salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of parsley, half a tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And we're just going to combine that together until it's nice and combined. It smells so good. With all these seasons and herbs, ooh, those are going to be really good. Just want to make sure that all the sugar clumps are crumbled, because you want an even distribution of all these ingredients. And when all else fails, just use your hands. Just break up the sugar. So what you really want is like a sandy texture. You don't want any clumps, no lumps. Everything to be nice and smooth, so that when you put it over the ribs, it's evenly distributed. And there you have it. This is Novi's dry barbecue rib rub. So what would a dry rub recipe be without the star of the show? So I got some pork spare ribs from my supermarket, $1.99 a pound, and let's get these ribs rubbed. So what I like to do is I cut off some of the fat from these ribs, and I like to put it in a foil lined pan. And I'm gonna start with the meat side up. So just gonna pour the dry rub over the ribs and just pat it down. Be generous with it. And you want to push all of the rub into the meat. Just keep patting it down. the brown sugar that's in this rub, once you cook the ribs, they're just gonna caramelize in combination with the fat. Woo! You are gonna be the real star of the Super Bowl, or whatever event you're cooking for. Everything is nice and covered evenly. Let's get this other piece and apply the rub to it. So it's always better to have more rub than less rub. You could double this recipe, triple this recipe, quadruple this recipe. And that's pretty much it. These ribs are fully coated. I'm gonna wrap them up in some aluminum foil and put them in the fridge to marinate for a day or two. And there you have it. This is Novi's dry rib rub on some pork spare ribs. These are gonna be amazing when you cook them, whether you put them on the grill or put them in the oven. All the flavor from all the seasonings, it's gonna be delicious. So all the ribs have been rubbed. I actually doubled the recipe, and that was sufficient enough in order to cover 3 whole racks of spare ribs. So these are all covered. The rub was sufficient enough to cover all of them. So just keep that in mind if you decide to make this recipe, that one recipe will be more than enough for 1 rack of ribs. You probably might have some left over, so you can always put that away for another time. Or you can just double the recipe and just have whatever's left over saved until the next time you decide to make some ribs. So let me know if you like this recipe. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? And please remember to subscribe and like this video, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye!